how to add transitions. Now, remember I said all your transitions are over here in effects. And for your transitions, and for the sake of this tutorial, I will just be taking only the transitions. And so you come to video transitions over here, and you get to choose from the numerous folders you have here. From the many folders you have here, you choose which transitions you want. So, and the most popular transitions that I use are dissolve. So let's click on that dissolve, and you see different options. You see the additive dissolve, blur dissolve, you see burn alpha, cross dissolve, and you can see a blue line highlighting the cross dissolve here. What is basically telling, what this is basically telling you is this is your default transitions, and I'm going to show you how to add your default transitions in your timeline in a few. And so when you drag this here, you bring it here. Notice it has added another box here, and on it is written cross dissolve. So when you play this, you notice the clip doesn't start, it fades in smoothly, beautifully fades in smoothly. Right, that's it. And you can customize this. You can choose to increase the duration of your transition and reduce it, how you want to. And not just for beginning and end, you can add them between clips like this. Just drag to the point where you want to add them, and make sure it's in between cuts, at the beginning of a cut, in between cuts, or at the end of a cut. And so let's play this. You see how it fades in smoothly and nicely. Yeah, and so that's how to add your transitions. You can go on and explore the many different transition options there to see what suits your video. And please don't use the weird effects that don't suit your story. Remember, when you're editing a video, you're telling a story. And everything needs to add to your story. And so you don't want to use weird transitions. Sometimes you're using cube. And this is where to search for transitions anyway. So let's say you're adding let's say you're adding a cross. An iris cross. Let's say you're adding an iris cross, and you bring it here, and you're doing that. I'm not saying it's a bad transitions. I personally don't use it. I've never used it. But if you're using it, make sure it adds to your story. And yeah, that's how the transitions work. Now over this tab here, you see properties. What this is they are the properties of your clip, the scale, the scale of your video, the position, and when you move these things, you get to move your clips or the properties in your timeline. You get to move them around. So this is your position, and this is to reset that, you just click that and it resets. But there's another way to do this, which I actually prefer. Now it's in your effects controls. Now when it comes to your effects controls, remember I said it's a place where you control effects, where it's a place that controls your effects. Yeah, where it shows you the properties of your videos, like the scale, the position, the rotation, whether you want to crop your video, everything is added to your effect controls. And when you select a clip, it gives you the property of that particular clip. So what you want to do is when you want to adjust the scale of your video, what I'd rather do is come to effect controls, and then you drag. I see it's zooming in the clip, and then you drag it out. And if you want to reset, you just click this button here, it takes you. And you can also move the position around and get to rotate your clip and all, and also get to do this. How to export your clips is you hold Ctrl M for shortcuts, or Command M for Mac users, and it brings you to this page. Or you go back to your edit page and you click export here, over here. Yeah, I click export over here. And the other way is to click file and export media. When you say export media, it brings you over here. So whichever one works for you. I personally always use Ctrl M because it's faster. And I would advise you learn your shortcuts and know how to use your shortcuts and have them offhand, because it makes your edit way faster. So you choose the location. As you can see, mine is on videos, and then you say new folder, or if you want, you can export it directly. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm creating a new folder and say .export, and then if you double click that, and you open it and you say save. That's where it's going to export your video to. And so you, under preset, this is to select your size, whether you want it to match your clip export. I'm going to do a more detailed explanation of your export settings, but for now we use high quality HD, or let's say match source adaptive medium bitrate. Whatever you select here is going to affect the size of your clips. And then you do under format, you select H.264, which is the standard right now, and you hit export. And it's going to render out our video. While it's rendering, if you found this tutorial very helpful, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like the video. In our next tutorial, we're going to be learning how to create custom animations using keyframes. And let me just show you an example. Just before we close, let me show you an example. You hit that and you come to the end, select that and you say this, and you increase this to, let's make it very obvious, 172, and you come back to the beginning, and when you play, this is what you get. Yeah, so I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create all of that in the next tutorial. My name is Raphael Tese Ule from Called Out Creatives, and once again, peace, stay creative.